Okay, good morning, all of you. Last lecture we have seen operation management. So we have seen how this operation management is very closely linked with production management because it is evolved from the production or manufacturing segment. So that's why these are the very closely linked, and we have seen in detail its functions also. Then we have seen yesterday marketing management. So I think 50% part of this marketing management we have covered yesterday. So we'll see remaining part today, like distribution channel means what, who are the middlemen, right? And then we'll start our discussion on third department, that is a financial management. Okay. So in marketing management, we have seen what is the meaning of marketing, and then what is the meaning of marketing management, why it is important. Then we have seen exact core concept of marketing. Marketing is not only the selling product to customer, but beyond that, there are in-depth concept related to marketing, like needs and wants, right? Fulfilling the desired and exchanging should happen between the customer and your organization. So that kind of core concept of marketing we have seen. Also we have discussed related to place concept, area concept, concept of demand, right? Then we have started, I think, a discussion on marketing activity related, what marketing activity concerned with. So that discussion we have made. Then we have seen two types of the marketing approach, like consumer oriented marketing approach and product oriented marketing approach. So in consumer oriented approach, the focus is given on the customer, and product oriented market focus is given on the product and convincing of the customers. Then I think we were at this point, like objectives of marketing. Why what are the exact objective of the organization related to marketing, right? So we have seen, like first two, I think two three objectives we have discussed in detail last lecture. So first objective is to satisfy the customer, right? So we have seen, like your customer must be satisfied, and especially every customer is expecting the quality. That's it. And if you provide the quality in product, then definitely customer will be satisfied. Okay. So this is the one aspect, but beyond that also you can satisfy customer, like if you give commitment, and if you tell the truth of your product, that then also customer will be satisfied. Even sometime if you tell one of the lacuna in your product, and if you frankly speaking with your customer, and you are taking that customer in confidence, in that case also, so customer gets satisfied. But if you lie with your customer, if you tell wrong things, definitely customer will not be satisfied. So not only the quality, cost, beyond that also some psychological aspects are also important to satisfy your customer. So that's why always focus on satisfying the customer, always telling truth, always telling good thing, right? Always telling or convincing, for talking in a good sense with that person, right? So various aspects are there. So you are enough mature that you can at least, along with quality, you will give good service to your customer, and customer will be satisfied, right? So giving quality and cost is the matter of your organization, because organization decides cost, and how much um, profit should be there on it, and which kind of quality, what kind of quality, borobar. So related to cost and quality is the job of your organization, but satisfying in other sense is the your role, right? So beyond product, so try to satisfy the customer anyhow, so that he will be your customer forever, and also he will have good mouth publicity of your product, and your business will enhance. Then second objective is to increase the profit for the growth of the business. This is a very essential objective as far as the organization is concerned, because organization is looking for profit. Yes, on selling of the product, definitely profit must be there, but long term that business should expand, sales should get increase, and in that sense you can increase the profit of your organization, and definitely ultimately your business will grow like anything. The third objective is to generate customer base for the business. Yesterday we have seen generating customer base, like giving some greetings, giving some gifts, giving some discounts, giving certain birthday wishes, always taking follow up, and so on. So it's your trick as a marketing department, right? So you people have to generate the customer base, and customer तुटला नाही पाहिजे थोडक्यात. So that customer should be your lifetime customer, and even his family member should become customer, his relative should become customer. That kind of customer base you have to generate, his friends, right? So his village, his native, his town, everybody should become customer. So that should be the objective of marketing. All right, so in that sense you can generate the customer base very strongly, and there will be a no problem of customer or end users to your product. Then fourth one is there to increase the quality of life of people. So very generalized, you can say objective of marketing it is. So people are using product, right? So maybe it's a need, right, or wants also. If needs are there, then quality of life there is no big significance, but as a want, what customer wants, right? So it increases quality of people. So marketing department should have objective like we should provide such a product, such a services to customer, so that their quality of life will get increased. And it is a job of marketing department. People should have good quality life, right? They should have facility, right? They should get what they need and what they want, right? And in that sense you can increase the quality of life of people. To create good image, so obviously a good image of your company brand, right? So who is having responsible to create good image of your organization and your brand? Definitely marketing people, because you are there in society. Production department person or design department person is not there in your along with you in marketing department, but they are also having participation in that, but definitely major role is of marketing department, and you have to create the good image. You should not be tell a negative thing about your brand itself. You should always promote your brand, let it be a local brand, still you have to tell about the good thing related to brand, and in that sense you have to create good image. You should say like I am using it. Suppose you are selling Maruti fan and you are using another Toyota fans during traveling, and you are telling these Maruti vans are good. It is not a good thing in that sense, right? So it will spoil the brand. Generally, this is a logical thing, right? So you are using certain branded pen, and you are selling other brands, and you are telling this brand is good. So just by looking at you or even phones, so which brand you are using, S- same thing you should sell, and you should tell good things. So this is a logical sense, right? So this is the idea I have given to you people, like what you are selling, you should use it, right? And experience it. Sometimes things will be like that. You may dislike your product also, same product, and you are telling this is a good product. How you can convince the people? Not possible in that case. So it's your role, hook or crook. You have to create good image of your product in market, so that people will purchase it, and definitely a good marketing will happen if there is a good brand image of your product in market. Then to develop strong distribution channel, marketing department or marketing is this is a very important objective, because you can do marketing of your product, but developing a strong distribution channel, your organization cannot sell each and every product in a shop. You should have distribution channel for that. Tata, or take example of Peugeot, every producer of van vehicles, they are not selling individually, right? Company people, they are having their showrooms, right? And they give distribution ship to that particular person, and this is a distribution channel. Who is distributing your product? Actually, that is always third party person, not an organization person most of the time. So in marketing, it is one of the strong objective that you people have to create strong distribution channel. They should have all facility, they should have a storing capacity, they should have good image in society, that place should be at good place, right? So your distribution channel should be strong. At the end, you decide how it should be strong. Give guidelines to them. If they are not strong, you make them strong by giving guidelines, by giving the technical details, right? By giving trainings. So it's your role. And if somebody is not distributing products in a good manner, or not giving service to customer, right, or charging excess amount on product, right, so in that case, you should change the distribution ship of that person. So your distribution channel should be a stronger one, and you should have hold over it, right? So that's why I'm telling. So but this is one of the important objective of marketing department. So develop strong distribution channel. Otherwise, sale in the market will not get increase. That person should have motivated for that. That distributor uh, should be motivated or self motivated for selling the product in market. He should not, or he not should not require any kind of external motivation from the producer. Getting? So I hope you got the idea what I am telling to you. Then next one, to prepare policies for promotion of product. Whenever it is new in market, you should have promotion policy. You should promote your product, right? Promotion of any of the product is very important. So preparing the policies for that, where advertise should be given, on which channel it should be given, on which newspaper it should be there, which kind of pamphlet we should prepare, right? On internet, how we can give advertise, how much money should be paid for that. So such a policies for promotion of the product should be there. Who should be celebrity for that, who should make advertisement of our product. So preparing such a policies is the objective of marketing. You may think like this is advertise department work. So this advertise department work under the marketing only. Then to collect the information about the requirement of product through customer, called as a market survey. Who is having responsibility? Marketing department. So this is one of the important objective as far as the market survey is concerned. So what changes you should have in your product, how you be better, or how you can give better service to your customer. For that purpose, this market survey plays important role. Or another thing is that you can make changes in product, or you can stop production of that product also by looking at the custom market survey. Or how much demand is there, how much supply is there, that also you will get from the market survey. So to collect such information about the requirement of product through customer specially is the one of the objective of marketing. Then to formulate proper strategy to decide investment over marketing. For marketing, you should have certain investment, right? For advertisement, for displaying big banners, giving advertise on news channel, advertise on in newspaper, right? On internet. So who will prepare or formulate the strategy for it? Definitely marketing. So this is the objective of marketing department. So I have told so many objectives to you people. Can somebody want to contribute for that? सर अजून एक राहिले असं असं कोणाला म्हणायचंय सो अजून यू कॅन ऍड इट राईट so as much as possible I have included objectives of the marketing. So friends, most of the people after MBA join this department, especially mechanical engineer after MBA, yeah, doing pursuing MBA marketing, and then they join marketing department, and they work as a marketing manager, right? Or they contribute in selling the products, especially technical product of mechanical engineering. I am telling. So you people also can complete the MBA marketing, and you can join such a departments with good kind of salary. So this may be the good opportunity to join career in the most of the reputed organization. And you can see most of the technical mechanical field related product people recruit from such a field. Yes, anything anybody want to add? Like just look at these objectives and you can add some, right? Anything anybody want to add? Take 1 minute and add it. Should we proceed then? If no any input, suggestion, contribution, then we'll proceed. Any doubt is there? Anything you want to add? If no, then we'll proceed. Should we proceed then? Okay, let us proceed. So now discussion will be there on channel of distribution. So let us discuss in detail because it is a part of marketing actually. You should have good distribution channels. So we are going to discuss about the what is the meaning of distribution channels, who are the middlemen, what is their role, what is their function, right? Who is a wholesaler, who is a retailer, which how many types of distribution channels are there? All discussion we are going to complete here. So let us start with channels of distribution. Friends, distribution channel or marketing channel is a chain of businesses or intermediaries through which a goods or services passes until it reaches the final buyer or the end customer or end user. So what is the distribution channel or marketing channel? It is a chain of business or intermediator. You are producer, right? So in between somebody should be there to sell. Suppose your plant is in Mumbai, you are producing thousands of components per day, lakhs of components per day, and you want to sell all over the India. Is it possible like your employees will go all over India and sell the component? Not possible, right? You should have certain intermediators or chain of business so that you can give them your material. Then that person will also then give to somebody, and in that way your product will reach to end customer, and that becomes chain from your warehouse of your production to somebody wholesaler, after that maybe one retailer, right? So again it will reach to Your customer. So that is distribution channel or marketing channel. I hope you got the idea. And they are the set of pathways a product or service follows after the production. What is the marketing channel in short definition? Pathway. It is a pathway a product or service follow after the production. Means after production, how your product moves. If you plot that path, that is called as a marketing channel. How your product flows from production to production warehouse to end user. So that is a distribution channel. Right. So distribution channel includes wholesaler, retailer, distributor, and even nowadays you can say internet also. Internet is also playing role of that, right? You can say like people put product on internet, you just choose it, right? And you buy it from internet, and after after 2-3 days, that product somebody comes to your home and that person give to you. So people put it on internet, means owner with the help of internet is dispatching product at your place. Obviously here is also person required for the dispatching. So that person work like postman, right? Taking product of somebody and giving to somebody, taking money and giving to producer. So in that sense, internet is also a part of distribution channel nowadays. Maybe few decades back, 2-3 decades back, it was not there. But now from last decade, this internet is playing very important role in a distribution channel, and you people are experiencing it. Why distribution channels are important? Friends, a decision about the marketing channel are among the most critical management decisions. Whom to give distribution shape? Very big challenging task is in front of management. Whether that person will distribute properly, whether that person will handle product properly, can he sell or can he give service to my customer. So that's why these marketing channels are important. They just not serve a market, they make the market. Underline the statement. Distribution channels are serving the market, yes, true. But if you want to expand your market, who is helping you? Definitely marketing channels. You cannot travel all over world as a producer and sell product one to one. Not possible. If you want to make the market of your product, distribution channels must be there. Otherwise, you cannot make the market of your product, or you cannot expand your business. These are the importance of channels. Channel chosen affects all other marketing decision. कुठला चॅनल तुम्ही चूज केलाय? होलसेलर केलेत का रिटेलर केलेत, right? So marketing decision affects a lot depending on these channels. Firm sell depends upon the training and motivation of dealer. It is a true sentence. Any of the organization, any of the firm, their sale is always depending on dealers. And what dealers need? They need motivation. And what is the motivation basic here for dealer? Incentive. If that dealer is getting more incentive margin over that particular product, then definitely he will get motivated. He need not any kind of motivation letter. All right. But at the same time, marketing department has to think like how much money will go to organization, those who are producing. This is also they have to think. Even though sometime to increase sale, you should train your dealers. How to convince customer, how to give service to them. This kind of training is always essential to dealers. Dealers may not be a technical person most of the time, right? So as you know this, he may be unskilled person also sometime, who is having facility, who is having money, who can invest, that person can take dealership, but not necessary he is a trained person, right? So if you want to increase the sale in your firm related to your product, then you should train the dealers and motivate the dealers. So most of the time, if you give good incentive, no extra motivation is necessary. So these are the importance of channels. Now what are the functions of them? Distribution channels, what are the basic function? Dispersion of goods. What is the meaning of dispersion? Can somebody tell me? डिस्ट्रीब्युशन, डिस्पर्शन, वितरण म्हणा थोडक्यात. टू होम डिस्पर्शन? टू कस्टमर. प्रोडक्टचं, गुड्सचं डिस्पर्शन करणं म्हणजे वितरण करणं. सो दिस इज अ बेसिक फंक्शन. So sometime wholesaler is doing a dispersion to retailer, right? So dispersion of product, those companies are producing from warehouse to end user, that is a dispersion of goods. So this is a basic function of distribution channels. Then distribution channel helps to customer to get the product easily through market. What is the next function? Making product available in market. Product suppose produced in Delhi, plant is in Delhi, but you want to use here. Who will make it available easily to you? Not possible to reach Delhi and purchase from their warehouse. Yes, some people go there and purchase from that place, but not for every individual, right? It is not possible for every individual. So distribution channel is responsible for that, for getting the product easily available in market and anytime. So this is the function of distribution channel. Also advising producer on the product pricing. Distribution channel, that way third party people, right? So still they have to advise, because what customers are telling or what customers are talking in front of them, this message should pass to producer who is producing, or to owner, or who is actually producing that particular product. Who should advise? How owner or that particular person will come to know that what customers are talking in front of them? So by studying what customers are feeling, what they are expecting, by considering their feedback, it's role of distribution channel to advise the producer is basically on pricing. Maybe by looking at sale, they can say like sale is increased very nicely, increase the price. There is a huge demand, increase the price. Give me incentive also. You also take some part of it, right? So definitely pricing advice is related to price increasing, then that dealer will get incentive more again, right? Or margin, you can say. And if sale is very poor, nobody is purchasing it, or just customers are making inquiries but not turning next time for purchasing, in that case it's your role, dealer's role, to advise producer like nobody is coming, reduce the cost or increase the facilities, right? So advice may be related to purchasing, pricing also, or maybe another advice also related to product. And acting as a channel of communication. So producer cannot talk with customer most of the times. So how they communicate to customer, producers? Through such a dealers. They treat such a distribution dealers or distributors as a channel of communication. They feel like this is my one of the channel of communication. Through them, I am getting them information. So acting as a channel of communication is also a role of the distribution channels. Then this is the classification of channels: direct and indirect channels. So basically there are four types, like zero level channel, first level channel, second or third level channel. So you can see by looking at this diagram, you can understand what is the meaning of zero level distributor or channel, distribution channel. So it is a direct channel basically, because manufacturer to consumer, there is a direct connection between two people, especially those who are small scale industry, tiny scale industry. They communicate with their customer directly. They produce and they visit door to door, right, and they sell it. So zero level of channel, you can say. Then uh, first level of channel, so it is also called as indirect channel, means manufacturer and consumer, there is in between one person. Who is that? Retailer. You understand meaning of retailer? किरकोळ विक्रेता म्हणू शकता. रिटेलरला आपण किरकोळ म्हणजे तो डायरेक्ट कस्टमरला सेल करतो. तो काय रिसेल करण्यासाठी प्रोडक्ट परचेस करत नसतो. So specially he sell product in a very small quantity. He purchase in quintals and he sell in few kgs. That way you can understand these are the retailer. Even you can say example I always like to give related to grocery shop, small grocery shop. They are retailer. They are purchasing few quintal material and a few kg material they are distributing to their customer. They are retailer. So in first level, there is a one person called as a retailer. This is the first level. What is second level? Manufacturer to wholesaler, there is one person. From wholesaler, retailer is taking and retailer is giving to consumer. Generally, always retailer is contact with consumer or end users. Who is in contact with customer? Always, most of the time, retailers. And who is in contact with wholesaler? Retailer. So wholesaler to consumer, in between retailer is there in second level. So in second level, manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, and retailer to consumer. This is the second level. And in third level, manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to jobber, jobber to retailer, retailer to consumer. So just once a person is added there, like jobber. So he is also person like wholesaler and retailer. So he can be intermediary, you can say. So manufacturer give wholesaler take material from manufacturer, jobber take material from wholesaler, and jobber give material to retailer, and retailer at the end to consumer. So this is the classification of channels or channel levels, and it is called as a direct and indirect level. So only one level is a direct channel level, but remainings are indirect, because producer to consumer, there is a no relation, direct connection or direct relation. I hope you understood this. Now friends, intermediators. Let us discuss on intermediators also. Friends, intermediators are the middlemen and signify those individuals in the channels that take goods and sell at profit. Why wholesalers are working? Why retailers are working? They are working for profit. And what they do? They just take the material from producer and sell to end user and earn the profit. So that person is or that individual is an intermediator or intermediaries. Both words are same almost. They are directly involved in the process of flow of goods from manufacturer to consumer. Intermediates are directly involved in the process of flow of goods from manufacturer to consumer. Means who is responsible for flowing the good from one place to another place, that is manufacturer to consumer? Intermediators. Getting? And such a individual or firm such as agent, distributor, wholesaler, a retailer, right, that links producer to other intermediaries or the ultimate buyer. Each intermediary receives the item at one pricing point and moves it to the next higher pricing point until item reaches to the final buyer. Everybody add cost of product. होलसेलर 10 रुपयाला जर घेत असेल तर तुमचा रिटेलर नक्कीच ते 11 रुपयाला विकणार. दिस इज अ लॉजिकल, राईट? Because they want to earn profit. And definitely producer of that particular product definitely have profit. तो 5 रुपयाला बनलेला असेल प्रोडक्ट, म्हणजे होलसेलर कडून त्याला 4 रुपये मिळाले आणि होलसेलरला 1 रुपया रिटेलर कडून मिळाला. Right? So in that way they add the pricing points and they earn the profit. There are various types of intermediaries. For example, merchant middlemen and agents. So wholesalers and retailers comes under the merchant middlemen. Let us see who is a wholesaler. Okay. So who is a wholesaler? Wholesaler is a person or firm that buy large quantity of goods from various producers or vendors, warehouses them and resell it. Very simple, right? Who is a wholesaler? Who purchase the large quantity of material, goods, products from producer or vendor and warehouse them. Warehouse them म्हणजे त्याचा कुठेतरी स्टॉक करेल गोडाऊन मध्ये and then resell. Wholesaler is purchasing material, storing in warehouse for what? For reselling. Whom he is reselling? To retailer generally. Wholesaler is having certain functions. What are those? Assembling and buying. Buying the material, assembling the product, buying the product, then warehousing. एकदा परचेस केल्यानंतर काय करायचं, ते स्टोअर करायचं. वेअर इन वेअर हाऊस. तुम्ही बघत असाल मोठमोठ्या होलसेलरचे वेअर हाऊसेस असतात. सो दे स्टोअर इन ए वेअर हाऊस. Then what they do? They do transporting. Where they transport? Toward the retailer. Even though they have role of financing also. Finance पण करून देतात wholesaler. That is also function of wholesaler. Then risk bearing. Who is ready to bear the risk? 10 करोडचं मटेरियल घेतले, no guarantee like people will purchase or not. If nobody will purchase, then who is at risk? Wholesaler. If something natural calamities will come and whatever material he has purchased, if it is damaged, then who is at the risk? Wholesaler. Right? And wholesaler is the person who purchase large quantity material, large quantity goods. Then definitely person is taking risk, but at the end he is also having benefits. If he is having risk and if there is no problem with his warehouse, then definitely he is going to earn the money. People make the stock, and whenever there is a wholesaler generally make the stock, and whenever there is a huge market demand, that time they रिलीज दॅट प्रॉडक्ट इन मार्केट. असं पण करतात होलसेलर. आणि होलसेलरचं अजून एक कसं असतं की प्रोडक्ट भरपूर विकायचे, भले मार्जिन एक रुपया असू दे, पण भरपूर प्रोडक्ट विकायचे. दॅट इज अ टार्गेट ऑफ होलसेलर अँड अर्निंग द मनी. रिटेलरला माहित असतं लय कमी मटेरियल जाणार आहे, खूप कमी क्वांटिटीमध्ये लोक नेणार आहेत, तिथं रेट जास्त लावायचा. दॅट इज द बेसिक प्रॉफिट अर्निंग स्ट्रॅटर्जी ऑफ होलसेलर अँड रिटेलर. ग्रेडिंग, पॅकिंग अँड पॅकेजिंग इज द फंक्शन ऑफ होलसेलर. ग्रेडिंग मीन्स व्हॉट? वेगवेगळ्या टाईपचा तांदूळ करणे, वेगवेगळ्या टाईपचा गहू करणे, ग्रेड करायचं. होलसेलरकडून आणले पण थोडेसे खराब झालेले नाही का एका बाजूला घ्यायचे, खूप चांगल्या क्वालिटीचे एका बाजूला घ्यायचे, डॅमेज्ड प्रॉडक्ट एकामध्ये टाकायचे. म्हणतात ना थर्ड ग्रेड, फर्स्ट ग्रेडचा तांदूळ आहे, फर्स्ट ग्रेडचा गहू आहे. सो ग्रेडिंग, देन पॅकिंग. आफ्टर ग्रेडिंग, then they make the packing of it, maybe big bags, right, or packing in box, so it depends. And then dispatching that product to retailer. Dispersing and selling, वितरण करणे to various retailer. He may be in contact with thousands of retailer. He has to disperse that all product and he has to sell that product to all retailer. Then providing market information to whom? To producer, because retailer generally tells what customers are telling. So providing the market information to producer is also function of the wholesaler. Then next one is who is a retailer? A person or business that sells goods to the public in relatively small quantity for the use or consumption rather than the resale. So retailer is the person or business, you can say. Generally they sell product to public and they sell product in very less quantity, right? And they don't think resale. Resale कोणाला? Like wholesaler. They don't think like कुठल्या तरी दुकानदाराला परत विकेल मी. Generally they sell to public, not to any of the business, or for reselling they never give product. Retailing includes all activities directly related to the sale of goods and services to the ultimate consumer for personal or non-personal use. Getting? So retailing always includes the sale of goods and services to the ultimate consumer. Maybe personal or non-personal, that active this consumer will be, but giving that goods or service to that particular customer is the role of retailer. Still they have various functions like buying and assembling, like wholesaler, then warehousing it, because they also have to store that quantity of material which they purchased, then they have to sell this product day to day basis. Even though they have to make the grading and packing, also they have to make financing, even advertising also role of this retailer. So like retail wholesaler, they're also having similar function, but very important function out of it is advertisement. Who is responsible for most of the time advertising? Retailer. To public, advertisement is very important, otherwise people will not come to retailers. Wholesaler sometimes not required big advertisement, automatically retailers will go to them toward the wholesaler and they purchase it. But to public, this advertisement is required. This is an additional function of a retailer. Then agent, middleman. Agents, now as word agent, so you can understand person is working for commission. They directly don't purchase the product. Like retailer, wholesaler purchase the product. Here they never purchase. They just work as a middleman. They never purchase. They just take the commission. They operate for the commission basically. राईट. सो कमिशन मीन्स विदाउट पर्चेसिंग फक्त पार्टी दाखवायची. हे पार्टी बघा आहे, ही एवढ्याला मागते, ही पार्टी एवढ्याला देते. हे सेल ही काय म्हणतात त्याला, हे ट्रान्झॅक्शन झालं किंवा हा व्यवहार झाला, मला किती टक्के. सो दे बेसिकली ऑपरेट फॉर द कमिशन. their position is always in between producers and ultimate buyers. Nobody else. Producer to ultimate buyers. Getting? So negotiates purchase or sales or both, but does not buy goods in which he deals. They never purchase the goods, but they get the commission. So it's their skill, right? How to get it. So I hope you got the basic concept, a very well-known concept of agent middleman. Now I think this is a new point, that is a finance. So I think it's time to stop here. Next lecture we'll have a last department, that is a finance, and we'll have discussion on content beyond syllabus, then MCQ discussion, and I think tomorrow we'll conclude this particular chapter. Okay, so anybody want to ask related to this marketing and marketing functions and various marketing or distribution channels and various intermediaries? Yes, got the idea? Very general discussion we have made. Already people knows the wholesaler, because we are operating in market. Wholesaler who is a retailer, right? So I think we'll stop here. Put your roll number in chat box and quit the meeting.